Anyways, so, um, oh, who reshared it? Did somebody reshare this? Who reshared this? Was it you, nobody? Did you reshare this? No, it was Twitch online fan page. Retweeted my tweet. Let me see. Let's go here. No. All right. Anyways, so I called out. I was scrolling through Twitter yesterday. Let's go to my page on Twitter. Oh shit, no. Let's go to my page on Twitter. I was scrolling through Twitter yesterday, and I found this picture. Okay. Um. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Okay. So, I found this picture, right? I found this picture. A picture of this thing. Wait, no, not this. It's not even that one. It's not even that one. Hold on. It's not even that one. Go back. Damn. Here it is. Here it is. I found this picture. By now, just about everybody has seen this picture on Twitter or from Twitter on Facebook or whatever. This guy going, if you're a single woman over the age of 24, it's over for you. A woman is at her peak fertility at age 23. After this, she loses 10% per year in attractiveness and desirability. Men also become increasingly repulsed because they innately know older women have less time to breed. So basically, this is a very misogynistic tweet where a guy is basically saying that the only reason why men want women is because they're breedable, or so they can reproduce with, which is not the case. There are plenty of men out there who want to be with women simply because they just want to be with somebody. They don't want to be with somebody simply because they want to breed with them. Also, or simply because they want to breed with them. Like, yes, I want to be with Paige because I would like to have children with her, but that's not the only reason why I want to be with Paige. I want to be with Paige most and foremost, first and foremost, because I love her for who she is, regardless of whether or not she's breedable or what have you. Um, so this is very funny how he has the balls to come out and just say this overtly misogynistic, borderline Nazi shit on Twitter, right? Because Nazis were also very concerned with, like, breedability of women. They were really concerned with, goings on in the bedroom and shit like that. Um, so also, yes, women lose fertility, but it doesn't start at 23. It actually starts much, 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 much later in life than 23. And even then, it's not even necessarily like you can't get, like, you can't. It's not even necessarily like even after, like, I think, like, I told this to Paige and she said it probably happens around like 35 or something that fertility starts to go down, but it's not even by like an extreme margin or some shit. And like there are people who are getting pregnant at like 40 and 50. I mean, yeah, the older you are and like the older a woman is when she gets pregnant typically, or the older people are when they get pregnant and have children, the more dangerous the pregnancy becomes. But like, to pin this at like 23 and act as though like he's acting as though like once you turn 23 you become like fucking Baba Yaga or some shit. Like, oh my god, I was in high school when they were what are you talking about? Anyways, yeah, also, men don't become increasingly repulsed because they innately know older women have less time to breed. I've seen many women, okay? I've seen many women over the age of 30 that are attractive as fuck, okay? That are someone like I'm just curious, like, do people like this do they just only like little girls or some shit? Like, yeah, so men are attracted to little girls because you know damn well he's not just gonna say he's only attracted to women 18 to 23. That's such a small bracket. You better be damn well certain that this is one of those libertarian type dudes who's gonna be like, oh yeah, like I think the age of consent should be repealed and shit like that, right? Like when you have kids, someday you'll understand. And I have friends who didn't want kids, and it was an assumption. So I raised my hand. What if I don't want kids? And the boy next to me looked at me dead on. What is your purpose if you don't have kids? No sarcasm. Velvet. I don't mean this in any, because I just can't tell based off of, you can never tell based off someone's name. Are you masc or femme? Like, are you a man, woman? Like, how do you identify? I am just curious. Oh, you're femme? Okay. I am just curious as to, like, I want to know, like, what genders are in my audience predominantly. I'm pretty sure, based off of, if it's anything based off of, like, what I have on TikTok, the majority of my audience is predominantly women or femme. But, yeah. So, then, he responds to this one woman who basically sends him a picture, and she's, like, drop dead gorgeous. And she's, like, 29. And she says, fuck you, like, I'm 29 and some shit or whatever, right? And so he says, I've received a lot of unexpected aggression the past 48 hours. There has been a mixture of judgmentalism, conflation of points, 30 plus death threats. First, I'm shocked at the latter. It's okay to disagree with someone, but telling them to kill themselves is 100% unacceptable. So, and literally somebody's just like, consider being not alive. I'm sorry, but that's just... Oh my god. Some of these people, though, are like... Some of this is, like, kind of crazy. Like, I would never send somebody some stuff like this. But, like, at the same time... Wait, hold on. Let's see some of the other shit that he said. So, statistically, a woman has dated the highest quality man she can hope to secure by age 23. Bro, what is this based off of? What is this? What is this based off of? Citation, source, context? What is this based off of? This is because high-value men select for high fertility. If she fails to secure his commitment, plus rear children with him, she will need to settle for exponentially lower status men with time. Oh my god, this dude isn't even just being misogynistic. He's just being an asshole. He's shitting on both women and men here with these comments. These comments don't just shit on women, fellas. They also shit on men as well. This kind of thinking is toxic for both parties, both men and women. This is insane. What? Women are a deflationary asset class. What the fuck, dude? Listen, you can't sit here and say all of this shit and then be surprised when you, like, okay, yeah, I don't condone this, but also I don't give a fuck at this point. You don't sit here and shit on every person in existence practically. Get ratioed to high fuck. Like, look at this ratio. Holy shit, man. This ratio. Holy shit. And these close ratios down here. Holy shit, bro. You don't just say shit like this and then get mad when you get fucking ratioed. Like, literally, it's just motherfuckers like this baffle me. They're like, no one cares about free speech anymore. You said this! It's not like you said some shit like pineapples are better on pizza, or like this goes above someone saying like, oh, I prefer skinny women over fat women, or skinny dudes over fat dudes, or some shit like that, right? Like, this goes far above and beyond that shit. Good lord. Good lord. Where do you get off? Where do you get off doing stuff, saying stuff like this? Regarding conflation, many 75% plus of responders conflated fertility and sexual desirability with interpersonal worth. You said high value. What? A woman's value extends beyond the window of her sexual desirability. You literally said in your video that once a woman reaches 23, if she has not settled down by then, it's over for her. That's what you said. That a woman has such a small time to basically get wifed up by some random dude out there that by the time she reaches 23, she is no longer any person of value. I would know because I'm married to one. Bullshit. 100% cap. You are not married, sir. You are not fucking married. Anyways, I don't feel like reading the rest of it. I don't feel like reading him try to dig himself out of a hole, but like continue to dig himself deeper. I don't give that much of a fuck. So then he goes on. I say, people like this will literally belittle other people. Say everyone else has an ego. Say people are soft. It is a fact that a woman's worth declines over time. Lol, you're an incel. Nobody cares about free speech anymore. That's literally what this type of dude. That's literally who these types of people are. Okay, and then I commented on his post asking him on one of his posts. Let me go to his page. Let me turn up the sound. If you see me shuffling over here a little bit, it's because I got a Magic the Gathering deck that I'm working on, that I'm building, and I have a lot of space over here still that I can like build it. Anyways, so yeah, a humble man got an NFT as an ugly NFT as a profile picture. Dating relationship coach for men. Okay. What? Is this some crypto shit? Yeah, it seems like this is some crypto shit. Yeah, this is the type of guy that like never actually socializes, and he never actually socializes not because he can't ever get women to like him, but men don't like him as well. Like even men are even us dudes are tired of dudes like this. This is the kind of person that like that like never fucking socializes ever. The most noble approach to April Fools is to try telling the truth. Most people have never shared a privately held thought for fear of disapproval. It's a great opportunity to try because everything is put inside the category of a joke, keeping you safe from offending anyone. Oh my god. Comments here make men afraid of being honest. An Anon survey saw. It's not about being honest. It's about you being a fucking dick. High value man, high occupational social status, plus high net worth. Low value man, low value LVM, low value man, low occupational social status plus low net worth. The thing about this though is that people who talk like this and who yeah, it is April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day. The thing about people like this is that people like this are sad. He probably lives a very sad life. I'm pretty certain. Answering recent questions, a man's value is demonstrated in his preference for women. Dude! Oh my god, this is how all these like MGTOWs and like incels are. They're always talking about how like they want to remove themselves from women and that women are bad and that they need to like, you know, disassociate themselves and everything. But then when you look at when you listen to their content and when you listen to the things that they say and everything, they're always, everything they talk about and say centers around women. It centers around women every fucking time, dude. High value men always choose fertile below 23-year-old women when they are accessible. Low value men innately know they cannot outcompete high value men, so they select older, less fertile women. Listen. I want to bring this dude on for a debate, and you know what? The first thing I'm gonna ask him is, I'm gonna say, "Yo, bro, hold on, listen. Do MILFs not exist? Are you not a believer in the MILF? Have you never heard of the gospel of the MILF? Have you never heard of that? And likewise, are you also telling me that DILFs don't exist? Dads like MILFs, for those of you who don't know, women I like to MILFs are mothers I like to fuck, and DILFs are dads I like to fuck. These men just want an egg to fuck, not a person. Yeah, literally, they just want an egg to just deposit their semen into. Like, this kind of guy views every woman as like some sort of like social status like piece. He doesn't actually view them as like to him, a woman is indistinguishable from the gun on his holster. Like, that's who these kinds of men are. A woman's actually, you know what? I do want to read some of this. A woman's fertility must match a man's value. Otherwise, it is unlikely that the union will consolidate into long-term commitment plus child. Bro, I need to know where. Like, this is. At first, it's like, okay, maybe some of this might be, maybe a very, very small portion of this stuff that he's saying might be versed in some sort of science, right? But then the more I listen to him, the more I'm like, wait, this isn't even science anymore. I don't know where the fuck this comes from. Like, seriously, I just need to know. I just need to know where he gets this shit from. I just need to know. Nothing prevents an older woman attempting to secure a high-value man, nor a low-value man trying to secure a fertile young woman. oh my god, every time I read this shit, I throw up in my mouth. However, in both cases, they should be ready for the inevitable heartbreak when, respectively, higher fertility women plus higher value men outcompete them over time, given the asymmetry of value in the union that this understanding of competition is wired in at the biological level. Subjectively low okay, so even if, okay, let's say he's right, correct? Let's say he's right, and this is wired in biologically. You know what separates us from the animals and what makes us the dominant species on the planet? The ability to transcend this type of thinking. The ability to basically have some sort of humanity that's different from just engaging in everything like a wild animal. This guy is nothing short of a civil wild animal. That's who this kind of person is. Subjectively, low-value men really do feel a preference for older, less fertile women. I can't, bro. I fucking can't. Although, likewise, older women also feel a much higher willingness to settle for a low-value male who consents to provide. Likewise, older women also feel a much higher willingness to settle for a low-value male who consents to provide for them. What are you talking about? Various evolutionary cheat strategies also emerge here. Literally, like, nothing he's even making. He's saying even makes any sense, because technically, even in the capitalist hellhole that we live in, technically it is within. If we're going by his framework of like a woman being provided for by a man, technically, again, within his framework, it would be better for a said woman to get with a man who is older than her, because that man is more likely to have some life experience under his belt and is more likely to be able to provide for her, in a sense of, he's probably farther along in his career and all this other kind of stuff, right? Probably has a lot of money, which is why you see a lot of, like, older men shooting for, like, younger women and saying, like, I can provide for you, girl, and all this other kind of creepy shit, right? Like, he just doesn't make any sort of logical sense. Like, even from his own primitive framework, even from his own misogynistic primitive framework, he doesn't make any sort of logical sense. It literally feels like they gave an ape, like, attached to, like, this like brain apparatus that is supposed to, like, look at things, listen to things, and then, like, create, like, those things where it's like, I made an AI program watch Hitch, and this is what it came up with. This is the synopsis for Hitch that it came up with, or some shit like that, right? Like, I feel like you attach that to an ape, and then you made the ape type out, like, things that it views, Okay, this is like one of those AI programs that you make watch the Fresh and Fit podcast. That's what this is. This guy is one of those AI programs, but this time you let the AI program watch Fresh and Fit, like, or some of those other red-pilled and black-pilled misogynistic podcasts. While he is really open about how he is old, alone, and creeping. Yeah, literally. For instance, in an ideal world, older women would prefer the higher genetic quality of a high-value male for a healthier, better-looking offspring, but evolutionarily, they are also wired to seek physical protection. I'm done. I'm just gonna go. I cannot. I am too stun locked. The farther I go, the farther down I go. So I invited this guy to go on to a debate. I said, hey, would you like to go on a debate and what have you? And he said, I'm just curious, how many years have you been streaming now? And how much have you begged for donations on your streams? And is this the begging the result of your low follow count? Did you know that people only donate when they're not obligated to do so? That's the meaning of donate. What is he going on about? And then somebody else said, then I said, well, no, here's what he said. So he said, nobody cares for freedom of speech anymore. And I said, we should debate about this on my stream. Somebody else said, those who whore themselves out for attention should understand the lowness of their value. Meanwhile, he's got like 6,000 followers on Twitter, and I have over 111,000 followers on TikTok, and I'm steadily turning that follow count into Twitch followers as well. So I don't even necessarily have a low follow count. I just want to talk to this man. I just have to talk to this god of a man. And I said, who is doing this and why does it lower value? Like, I'm just like, I'm very confused. Yeah, and a Discord community. Yes, thank you, nobody. I was like, who is doing this and why does it lower value? And then somebody else said, the same person said, you're calling out for attention on your stream and it makes you a low value individual. Facts. And I was like, what does this mean? What does this mean? You know what? I'm gonna like that. That's funny. And then he says, I'm just curious, how many years have you been streaming now, and how much have you begged? Okay, first off, the answer to this is I've been consistently streaming. I've had my Twitch for a while, but I've only started streaming for about a good 2-3 months now. Just and not even regularly at that. I've had a sporadic streaming schedule. It's not locked in or anything because I work a job. I work a day job because I'm a high value man. See what I did there? Anyways, and how much have you begged for donations on your streams? I mean, I didn't even necessarily beg for donations on streams. I just said, hey, I could really use some help with buying a new microphone. And somebody overheard that on TikTok and then DM'd me and then sent me $300 over Cash App. And is this begging the result of your low follow count? I don't understand how begging equals to low follow count. If anything, the higher your follow count, the more likely you would be to beg because your begging wouldn't fall on deaf ears, I guess. I don't know. Did you know that people only? Yeah, I'm just like, where did this? Where? I didn't even respond to it because I don't think I responded to it because I don't even know. Oh yeah, I did respond to it because it was a quote tweet that I did. I said begging equals low count equals low follow count. I've seen it all, and then I responded. I said, I asked you to debate because I find types like you fascinating. I love analyzing you all and figuring out what makes you tick. I simply extended an offer. Because if anything, I'd be platforming this asshole. He would not be platforming me at all. Oh man, wow. I just found this whole entire thing. Just so many people. I don't know if he's got something wrong up here mentally. Maybe just not all the synapses are firing up here. Or maybe he's got some sort of trauma. I don't know. But I just really just want to bring people like this on to talk to. I would love to have somebody like this on to talk to. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. Oh man. Okay. Oh no, the person who was responding to me is a Russian supermodel and applied microeconomist, PhD, cryptocurrency master, and industry insider. And oh my god, I swear, these are all fake LARPy accounts, okay? These are all fake LARPy accounts! There's nothing else. There's nothing else this could be, bro. This is nothing but some fake LARPy shit. Yeah, it sounds 100% real. Yeah, 100%. It sounds so real. These are all some fake-ass LARPy accounts, my guys. These are some fake-ass LARPy accounts. That's all this is. That's all this is, dude. These are just all these accounts are. And it's so funny to me. It's so funny to me. It's also so incredibly funny to me how this guy, again, has the balls. First off, I don't know why I don't know where he decided to get, I don't know what I said. I don't know if he did some digging on me. If he did some digging on me, fucking fantastic. But I just want to know, it's always these really introspective, philosophy types that say the dumbest fucking shit. Okay, they're so ingrained within the talks of some old bearded dead dude from 300 plus years ago that they disconnect themselves from fucking reality every time they open their mouth. Or at least every time they open their mouth, it becomes increasingly obvious that they disconnect themselves from reality. Let's go ahead and listen to this. Right?
Now, I just went for a walk and I reflected upon all of the comments I've received over the last 2 days. And
I'm going to sleeve my magic deck while we listen.
Sadly, almost nobody cares for freedom of speech anymore. Now, people agree with freedom of speech in theory, but as soon as it becomes a practical reality, one that encroaches upon their deepest insecurities, they immediately cry out, they squeak.
Bro, you can have freedom of speech. Okay, listen. You can have freedom of speech, but that does not mean you are free from an ass whooping. You are free to speak, and I'm free to react with my own free speech. Thus is freedom of speech. You can freedom of speech these. You can paradox these freedom of speech warriors into a fucking corner. Like, yeah, you have the ability. They don't ever expect you to do that. Like, yes, you can say what you want, but on the flip side, so can I. I can react however the fuck I want. If you want to act in the realm of free speech, right? If you want to do that, then so can those around you. Which means that if you say something, I also can retort to that with my own free speech. And free speech still applies. Also, free speech only means that the government can't censor the things that you say. That's all that free speech really actually means, is that the government can't censor what you say. But free speech, the concept of free speech doesn't stop me or somebody else from beating your ass because you said some dumb shit.
Feel in protest. Now, 2 days ago, I shared some basic scientific facts. These are not opinions. Scientifically, we are all biological machines. Our fertility, our desirability in the eyes of others will vary over our lifespan. It has a peak, and then it diminishes rapidly with time. Now, of course, the value of a female extends far beyond this. After the breeding...
Okay, so watch this, right? Because I listened to this. I actually listened to this while I was sitting in a Chinese restaurant. I went to Paige and I got Chinese food last night, and I was sitting there waiting for my order, and like nobody else was in there, and the person was back in the kitchen, so I felt confident that like nobody was gonna look at me like I was a fucking weirdo. So I decided to sit here and I decided to listen to this. All right, I listened to this. Okay, he's about to go into and try to he's gonna try to like walk back on everything that he said while simultaneously still upholding the things that he said. It's similar to like how like Dave Chappelle said transphobic shit and said that he openly is like I'm Team TERF backing a transphobic hate group, while also in the same breath or in the same hour stating that trans women are women and thinking that that makes him okay to say, you know, that he's Team TERF, which is an oxymoron. And you guys get what I'm saying, right? And people always do this. They say, well, I said that black people are human and that they're people. It's just that, well, I just think you have a different skull shape than white people, you know? And it's because of this skull shape that white people are more human and more superior to black people. But black people are still human, though. It's like, it's the same shit. He's about to do that.
Phase of their lives. They are mothers to our children. They are compassionate sources of support and love. And they are breadwinners. They are friends. And they are travel companions. The list is endless. But
also, why does that sound like the most faked, like, just bullshit reaction? Like, the most bullshit. Why does that sound so fake and bullshit and like disingenuous? Like,
function specifically.
Or I should say insincere. To be like, I guess not politically correct, but dictionarily correct.
As fertile and sexually desirable woman has a very limited time span. A 30-year-old woman has almost 0% chance against her 23-year-old competitors. Now,
okay, so no, this is 100% false. Okay. The majority of women that I've had a crush on throughout my life have been women who have been older than me. And older than me by a considerable margin, okay? Paige is younger than me by about a year, maybe a half a year, right? But for the most part, the majority of women that I have interacted with and that I have been attracted to sexually have been women who have been older than me by a few years, actually. Like, I was like 18 hitting on, I'm still friends with this person. She and I are actually best friends. And she regrets not dating me now, kind of. She low-key regrets not dating me now because she realizes how much of a man that I've turned into. But we're still really good friends, and she and I, we don't hold it against each other or anything. And we Snapchat like daily and everything. Again, really good friends. I was hitting on her when I was 18 and she was 22. Okay? She was 4 years older than me, and I was hitting on her in college and trying to get with her in college when I was 18 and she was 22. And I didn't care that she was so much older than me. I also hit on a girl who I think was when I was like 20, she was like 27. I almost got with her. Like throughout my life, I have a consistency for trying to get with and like flirting with and having relations with women who are older than me by a considerable amount. and not giving a shit. If anything, being more attracted to them because they're older than me. Like, this dude doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, okay? He literally does not know what the fuck he's talking about.
This unsettles you. That's nobody's problem but yours.
It doesn't unsettle me. It's just that I know 100% that you are capping. You are straight capping, my guy. You are straight capping. You mean to tell me that if a 40... This guy is the kind of guy that would say that he's going to sit here and tell me, right, that if there was a 40-year-old titty sitting in front of him, he would not try to suck that shit. If there was like a 40-year-old titty that was sitting in front of him willingly, and the woman was like, yes, please, like, you and I am consenting, everything. He gonna sit here and say that he would not grab that titty with the utmost vigor. All right? He's fucking lying, because it's always people like this that are alone, that are sad, that have never gotten any break, that have never gotten any sort of attention they've never gotten any sort of positive attention from women, and it's because they're these know-it-all little shits, okay? These know-it-all little immature, pseudo-intellectual little shits. And it's so much fun to listen to them talk. It's so much fucking fun. Because making the content is so fucking easy. It's so fucking easy. I don't even have to actually mount any sort of counter argument. All I have to really do, if I really want to, is just laugh. And I know that that the majority of people watching this video would laugh right along with me, okay? Like, I'm telling you, this guy, he's saying that he would not want to get with a woman who is older than him, or who is older than him by a specific, by a wide margin. But I'm telling you, if a 35 to 40-year-old titty was in front of his face and he had the opportunity, his tune, he would shut up. You know why? Because that titty would be in his mouth. That's all I'm saying.
Your own insecurity. It's okay to disagree. But I've now had thousands of comments telling me never to share my views again. And an inbox with...
True! You shouldn't! Actually, you know what? I can't say that. I really hope he does continue to share his views. Because we all need something to laugh at. That's why. We all need something to laugh at.
50 death threats. Now it makes me wonder, what kind of society are we...
Wait, no! You can't say that! Those weren't death threats, my guy. Can I find him? Can I find him? I don't care. Those weren't death threats, my guy. Those were death suggestions. There's a loophole there. I'm kidding. I don't condone what these people are saying, but, like, I also don't give a fuck.
Now, how young are these commenters? Don't they remember how much the world fought for freedom?
Because again. What's that chat? What's that word? What's that phrase we've been saying for a while now? Freedom of what? Freedom of speech? Speech? Yeah, freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. It's really funny. Again, these people will always scream. White guys in particular will always scream from the rooftops about freedom of fucking speech. But then the second anybody tells them, hey, can you not say that? Or even if people don't even tell them, they just go, hey, we would appreciate it if you would not punch down in our communities like that. It really doesn't make us feel good. It makes us really look bad. And what you're doing is you're condoning and normalizing language that perpetuates stereotypes and harmful narratives about about innocent groups of people that haven't done anything to you and that don't deserve that type of slander. These types of dudes will go, freedom of speech, freedom of speech, freedom of speech, freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, you little snowflake. Why are you so mad? But then these are also the same type of people that will say something because, or they'll open a video saying, this is going to make some of y'all really, really mad. And then be like, but why are you mad though?
Freedoms in all the great wars. Freedom to protest, to assemble, to travel. Freedom to speak. My suggestion is if you try to silence me or try to tell me to end my life, then you spit at science. But not only this, but you spit at all those who gave their lives to fight for our freedoms. And that's why I'm speaking out now. Because it's absolutely...
So I'm spitting on you by telling you that you should not actively spit on other groups of people. This is the hill he's dying on, by the way. This is the hill he wants to die on. And I will gladly slay him on top of it.
Absolutely unacceptable. And no matter how unpopular it makes me, I will always stand up for truth, and I will always stand up for
truth, justice, and the misogynistic way. I say that as a major Superman fan. I hate his voice. Oh no, I love his voice. I find his voice to be very therapeutic. If he sounded anything like anything else, I'd be even more angry. I wouldn't be laughing the way I am right now. I love his voice. His voice is fantastic. No, his voice is horrible.
Freedom.
Bro, where he's got more stuff like this on his page. I need to go find it. He's got more stuff like this on his page. Oh yeah, and shit like this. Wait, no, this is a promoted tweet. Never mind. And the fact that the funniest thing is that he calls himself. His name on here is a humble man. Like the pig in Disenchantment. Stop. No. Not the pig from Disenchantment. No. No. Oh my god, he's on the Bitcoin and shit. Oh my god. You literally do not get pussy. He does not get pussy. I found out my GF cheated on me a week ago. When I asked her why she did it, she said, because you are toxic. I have to leave! No, this isn't true! There's no way this is true. This has to be made up. No, you cannot make this up. You can't. Then she blocked me on Instagram. I've spent the week wondering if she is right, plus blaming myself. She seemed so certain and I trust her. I feel so guilty. Yeah. Listen, his girlfriend, if you're listening to this, I need this video to be shared all over the internet, and I need this to go viral because I want his girlfriend to hear it. I want his girlfriend to see this. Listen, slay queen. I hope whoever you cheated on him with, I hope you gave him the best night of his life. I hope that whoever you cheated on him with, I hope that if you get with that man, I hope that he or maybe it's a woman. I hope that whoever you got with, I hope that person treats you like the queen that you are, okay? Slay on queen. Slay on queen. Is this...
No, I just went for a walk and I...
No, this is it, okay. Let me see this. Wait, no. So it's a reply to his tweet. Oh my god. Statistically, a woman has dated the highest quality man she can... Okay, yeah. Okay. Wait, let me see. Let me see how many quote tweets there are. High value man, clearly not you sitting tweeting fertility stats. It is so easy to bait on Twitter because it's very easy for people to believe anything already. There's so much crazy that you have no idea what people actually believe. I don't know if he's saying that this... people like this always say that people like this are joking, but I really don't believe he's joking. Anyway, I like women. Oh my god. Fuck, I really should have had higher standards in my early 20s. Anyway, I'm 38, so ready for the scrap heap. Bye. Will happily remain single or date girls. Thanks, dudes. Oh my god. The audacity of men to talk about fertility, although they are the one who cannot make babies by themselves. Oh my god. What is high five? Oh my god, he's just being destroyed. Oh, believe me, I haven't dated the highest quality man I could by age 23. And that's the story for a lot of people too. It's people are when I was 23 or when I was 22, I mean, Paige and I were dating when she was 23, when she was 23, and she did meet me. And so, I mean, in this case, he's right. But, and there are many cases in which women are no. If I was with the man I dated when I was 23, or who I thought was cool to date when I was 23, I'd be dead by now. There are a lot of women who say shit like that. Oh my god. I can tell you right now that the guy I dated by the time I was 23 was not a high quality man. Oh my god. You will have been capable of attracting the attention plus desire of the highest value man at 23 years old, but it was also completely up to you to capitalize on it. If you hid away, didn't display yourself in a place with high value men or didn't choose them, then you squandered it. Okay, see, the thing about these types of dudes is that it's always gonna fall in like it's always gonna be the woman's fault. It's always gonna fall back on her. It's always gonna be something like okay, well, what did you do? 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 Even though in this tweet up here he states like what he's like, oh, I'm just wondering, like I'm just feeling guilty and wondering if there was something that I did that was wrong. He doesn't actually believe that. In his head, he's just pissed. He's just really pissed that his manipulation and shit didn't work. He knows he's fucking manipulative. Saying that like she squandered it or whatever. Oh my god. What? Oh my god. So what you're showing us here is that when you look at people, you're judging them on whether you think they are ugly as a primary factor in their value, but further, you're judging them in many other ways. Yeah, literally. This is just rebranded. This is just, remember how like back in like high school, you would get rejected if you were like fucking ugly or some shit, and more often than not, like that's what this is rebranded. This is just that. This guy is just that shit rebranded as like from like the perspective of like an older, more adult person, right? That's what this type of shit is. It's just that shit rebranded. That's all it is. I greatly appreciate how Kelly shared her view. We have a difference of opinion, but she was very gracious rather than aggressive, as I have encountered lately. As a result, she has given me the chance to reflect today. I have no interest in being right. All I care about is the truth. That means you have interest in being right if you care about the truth. Like, am I wrong? I'm pretty sure that that's basically what this means. many older women also, like the men, like the people like this, with really shitty opinions like this, always look to be coddled, and they like it when people like this coddle them, or in this way, even though actually she's probably being very aggressive in the way she's talking. He's just too stupid to actually pick up on it. But yeah, and these are the same types of dudes that will say that like we're too soft on people nowadays. Yeah. A challenge for critics. One, many older women claim they are more desirable now. Show me one of these women who didn't have a significantly higher potential at 23. Many men say they are mainly attracted to older women, older than 23. Show me just one of these men who isn't a low value male. Clue, they don't exist. Oh my god! Oh my fucking god, dude! The sheer audacity, the sheer unwashed white dude audacity that this guy has. Oh my god. Oh my god. I am a high value and have been with someone 20 years older. Yeah, exactly. There's been an insane amount of anger, cope, and rationalization today from older women plus the low value men. Dude, the only person coping here is you. The dude who literally came on Twitter to complain about how his girlfriend cheated on him and basically outed yourself as being a manipulative piece of shit. Only you, and you still call yourself a high value man. Oh my god. Okay, by the way, it is okay to take dunks on people when they act like this.
A lot of criticism today, and people rejecting science. So let's get this straight.
I didn't hear this part, by the way. So I'm flying blind into this one.
In the eyes of men, a woman's value is her physical attractiveness and her fertility. Biologically, this peaks at age 23, and then it goes down progressively, around 10% every year on average. What this means
Holy shit, 10%? I've been with Paige since she was 23. She's 25 now. Like, so does that mean that like, or no, I was with her, I had known her since she was 22. But does that mean, like, I really haven't seen much of a difference between when she was 22 to when she was 20 to her age now. Like, holy shit, dude. What delusion is this? What delusion is this? Holy fuck.
Real world terms is that after 23, a woman will receive much less attention on average from males. Males will find competing women of 23 years old and younger much more desirable. This is simply wired in. It's a biological fact. There's no way around it. And that's why women have such an overwhelming urgency to lock down a man when they're past this age, right? You feel that. It's innate. I noticed a lot of the comments today were women saying they
Or maybe here's an idea, right? Everyone realizes, both men and women, by the way, realize that they're getting old. Once, not at 23, but like I'm talking like farther down the road, at like, in their 30s. People realize that they're getting older, and they want to find someone to spend the rest of their lives with. And it has really nothing to do with the fact that like they think they're getting less attractive or any of that shit. It's literally not it. It's just, hey, I'm middle aged now. I'm in my prime. I'm in my prime and shit. Like, let me go find somebody while I'm in my prime. Like, what he's talking about doesn't even really take place when they get to be older. Like, he's saying basically, and really what this is, I really do think that that behind this curtain, he's trying to justify pedophilia, is what I think is going on. He's trying to justify pedophilia and predatory culture on because even if you are a person who is young, who is over the age of consent, grooming is still a possibility. Even if you're 18, grooming is still a possibility. Like, if you're an 18-year-old and you decide to get with a 40-year-old man, there was a very good chance that there is some form of grooming that is going on there. That it's like, you can be groomed. Like, that is a thing.
Were much more attractive now at 27 than they were at 23, right? And a lot of this is bullshit. But let's take the case that maybe you lost a lot of weight or similar and became more attractive. Even in that case, your potential was a hell of a lot higher at 23 than it is now, right? It's only your own fault that you squandered that potential. Every year a woman goes past 23, the statistical chance of them becoming a spinster, unmarried, and childless increases exponentially. It's science. You can read the studies. It doesn't matter their career, their salary, their worldly achievement. None of that stuff will help. Men always. Wait.
But didn't he say earlier in a tweet that like that like societal like status, like money and shit like that for both men and women does play into account as to whether or not someone is a high value man or woman? This is why I say people like this are literally just full of shit. They're full of shit.
Fertile female over a 27-year-old with a collection of achievements.
Yeah, who uses the term spinster anymore? My God.
Right? Just look around you. Look at the flows of money, the cam girls, the OnlyFans, the Twitch streamers, the most popular and revenue-generating females, average 23 years old. Fertility and desirability direct male attention and male money. It's that simple.
I'm curious. What's the girl's name? She's like the highest, she's really, really gorgeous. And she's like the highest grossing, like, OnlyFans worker on Twitch. Is it... Hold on. There we go. Oh wait, I almost spelled it right. Oh! Look at that! Amaranth! Age! 28 years old, motherfucker! 28 years old! 28 years old! Get fucking wrecked! Get wrecked! Look! Amaranth, 28 years old. Pokimane, another really popular Twitch streamer, 25 years old. Like, but oh, they're such low value women. They get thousands upon thousands of viewers every time they stream, but they're such low value ugly women. Man! He is literally quoting the pig in Disenchanted. Is he really? Like, is this like a fad? Is this just something that he like does? Like, is this just a fad? Oh, it went away. No, I wanna listen to the rest. No. I gotta scroll down and find it. Fuck. Nobody cares about freedom of speech anymore. Where? I'm a little bitch. Bro, you could not make this up if you tried.
I've had a lot of criticism today and people rejecting science. So let's get this straight. In the eyes of men, a woman's value is her physical attractiveness and her fertility. Biologically, this peaks at age 23 and then it goes down progressively around 10% every year on average. What this means in real world terms is that after 23, a woman will receive much less attention on average from males. Males will find competing women of 23 years old.
Also, I hate how he's like using males. Like the term, I hate it when people use the terms male and female to when they're referring to just people. You know what I mean? Like stop devaluing people by labeling them by their genitals.
And younger, much more desirable. This is
Also, it's just weird. Like, also, this guy could probably make a lot of money being actually, you know what? I was gonna say he'd probably make a lot of money being a narrator for like some like animal documentary or whatever. But now, actually, you know what? No, he couldn't. His voice is too dry.
simply wired in. It's a biological
He only sees people as if they can breed or not. True.
fact. There's no way around it. And that's why women have such an overwhelming urgency to lock down a man when they pass this age, right? You feel that. It's innate. I noticed a lot of the comments today were women saying they were much more attractive now at 27 than they were at 23, right? And a lot of this is bullshit. But let's take the case that maybe you lost a lot of weight or similar and became more attractive. Even in that case, your potential was a hell of a lot higher at 23 than it is now.
Well, what do you mean by potential? Because I mean, yeah, kinda. Everybody's potential is higher at 23 than it is at like 27. They have more years to go. What do you mean by potential? Like what do you mean? But I know what he means. He means like potential for breeding and what have you. Yeah, that's what he means.
Right? It's
Like technically, okay. So when I said that your potential is higher, I meant like your potential for living basically is higher when you're younger because you have more years to go. You know what I mean? Like my potential is higher than a person who's like 90 years old because like they're gonna die soon. They have less of a chance of living.
your own fault that you squandered that potential. Every year a woman goes past 23, the statistical chance of them becoming a spinster, unmarried, and childless increases exponentially. It's science. You can read the studies. It doesn't matter their career, their salary, their worldly achievement. None of that stuff will help. Men always prefer a 23-year-old fertile female over a 27-year-old with a collection of achievements, right? Just look around you. Look at the flows of...
No. I am fairly certain that many men would want to bag Amaranth or Pokimane if they had the chance, regardless of what 23-year-old popped up beside them. I'm fairly certain that, like, those two in particular, who are... You know it's bad when you have to turn off... When you stream for the majority of your day and you have to turn off your camera whenever you take a bite out of your food, okay? That's how you know people want you, and it's very bad, okay? So, like, he's wrong. Just everything that's out of this man's mouth is wrong. And it's why he's single.
Money, the cam girls, the OnlyFans, the Twitch streamers, the most popular and revenue-generating females, average 23 years old.
I mean, he did say average. I even think that's wrong. But, like, the most popular, still, what still shits on his point is that the most popular, Amaranth being the most popular, is 28 years old, almost 30. Almost 30.
Fertility and desirability direct male attention and male money. It's that simple. Today there have been a lot of comments from women saying they're more attractive at older ages and so on, from men saying that they're attracted to old women, and lots of other bullshit, right? High-value men are attracted to young, fertile female. And if you're a woman who's more attractive now...
But, like, why? Why? What makes me a... So the closer you are to being a child, the more that I'm attracted to you, that makes me higher value? Because I'm attracted to younger women? That doesn't make any sense to me, like, logically. Like, logically, that doesn't make any Yeah, that's what it is. Like, I honestly do think that this guy is probably a pedophile. Like, I'm not willing to, like, I know that, like, you should be careful with pedophilia accusations, but, like, or accusations of someone of, like, any sort of magnitude, whether you believe them to be pedophiles or whatever, but, like, I genuinely think that this guy is probably somewhat of a pedophile. Like, if we were to look into his dating history, he's probably a cradle robber. Like, he's probably like 25 years old, dating like 20 like women who just turned 18, or he's probably one of those dudes who has probably talked to like 17-year-old 16-year-old women like, hit me up when you turn 18. Like, he most likely.
You had a much higher potential when you were younger. And if you're a man who's attracted to women over the age of 23, then you are assuredly a low-value man.
You hear that, boys? I'm low value as fuck. Out here trying to bag the older ladies. I'm older. I'm beta as fuck. Yeah, let's just say that I'm a beta male. Yeah, I'm 100% a beta male. The ugliest people I know are the harder workers by far. This begins with even when they are very young children genetically, they somehow just know that outworking everyone is their only chance at happiness in life, so they immediately get to it shortly. So literally, this guy is just about maintaining the status quo. That's what I get from this. That's the vibe I get from this type of tweet and from this type of argument. This guy is talking about like maintaining the status quo. That's what he is. Yeah, this completely ignores like the LGBTQ plus community as well. Yeah. He's probably one of those people that would say that being trans is like a delusion or some other shit like that. Yeah, 100%. Oh, there's another one.
If you love your children, if you want to be happy, if you want to be rich, now is your last chance to buy Astroport token while it is under $5. I wish you could see what's coming. It's so beautiful. There is X Astra staking very soon. There are buybacks. There is VX Astro Wars, the equivalent of Curve Wars, and yet even better, there are convexes being built on Astroport now. There is the accrual of value to the Astro token from the general network transaction volume. There are so many things. If you believe in Terra and Terra's growth, then Astroport shall be the cutting-edge DEX to capture all of that value. Imagine the governance wars. Imagine how much money will be made as Terra overtakes Ethereum and Bitcoin. This is why you should buy Astro now. If you care about your family, if you want to be rich, if you want to escape poverty, I beg you, buy a little bag of Astro now. This is your last chance.
Is that a high value man I hear? Oh man. Okay, listen. So I remember hearing about Bitcoin way back when I was like just out of high school, right? Like that's when Bitcoin like first came on like the scene and everything. I had no idea what the fuck anybody was telling me when they were like talking to me about Bitcoin. Now I do. And I regret not buying Bitcoin. But also in my defense, I had no idea what the fuck the person was talking about. It was not told to me in a way in which I can understand, at least. The thing about crypto and what's really funny about cryptocurrency and stocks in general is that it's all based off of luck and chance, pretty much. It's all based off of luck and chance. And people like this are always like, because they have a lot invested into this really like penny stock and what have you, right? And they want to raise its value, so they go out and they tell people to continue to buy the stock. Because the more people who hold the stock, the more value that the stock has, and the more value each individual stock has. The more the stock is desired, the more the stock is wanted, the more people who hold these stock, what have you, typically the higher the stock value is. I don't care if I'm wrong either, because I don't really care about cryptocurrency, but whatever. Yeah, you basically need to know Curbs, you basically need to know how to like what the market is thinking and like be able to predict the market pretty much. Alex Jones is being held with contempt of court, by the way. Yeah, that is true. That is true. And Eli Musk tweets, I'm dead. Or did you mean Elon Musk tweets? Yeah, but Elon Musk does have a huge, huge hand to play in crypto as well. And that's the other reason why I fucking hate the motherfucker. Um, I just want to see if he has anything else. I just want to see if he has anything else.